The biker baby, my little black leather pamper diaper on and one tooth with bugs in it. Mom's cranking that bike up to 75 and I'm crying for my breakfast. She's got that leather jacket on with fringes hanging off. And she unzips the jacket and flips out a boob and it starts hopping all around. By the time I get it, it's butter, you know? I'm getting this speed bag to the face at 75 miles an hour. Mom's got a nipple ring that's not real gold. I got a green mustache when I'm done with breakfast. Welcome to my nightmare. So don't mess with me. I'm ready to pop like a zit. You try to be nice. I want to be good and have laughs and fun, and the world just isn't like that. I think it was Robert Tom, I think he was talking about being a little brother. 99% of comedians and actors are little brothers and little sisters. I would ask little brothers, little sisters in here to raise your hand, but you're probably having a flashback in your head of when you were a kid of older brothers and sisters grabbing that hand and yanking it all the way back like a slot machine handle, trying to break it off, you know, and giving you a wedgie till your butt turns purple, and smacking you around a little bit, and kneeing you in the groin, and giving you a glass of pee to drink and tell you it's Mountain Dew. I wish that was a joke. I got tortured. I'm the youngest in my family too. My brother is 2 years older than me, and my sister is 4 years older. And when you're a kid, especially for boys, 2 years is a lot. I could not physically whip my brother's butt. I tried to, I wanted to, but he was bigger and he was tougher. I'm 7, he's 9, I'm screwed. That's the way it works. So all I could do was the little brother prayer. It's like, I bow to thee, oh big brother, have mercy on my mortal soul. No, that's not enough. There are big brothers in here tonight, you bastards. You know what you did. You're chuckling about it right now after your 17 pounds of prime rib and 4 farts later. You I tortured my little brother. Yes, you did. My brother every day of my childhood. He wouldn't let me escape. He would tackle me down somewhere in the yard where no one could hear me scream, to kneel on my chest and grab my arm. You know what's coming next. Start whacking me in my own head with my own arm. How embarrassing is that? Do I keep an open hand? Do I make a fist? I don't know what to do. Then comes the question, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? If I just lay there and take the whipping, it'd be over in about 45 seconds or less. But no, I'm a comedian. If you haven't noticed, I'm a smartass, and I don't edit what I say. I think it, I say it, and let the fists fly. That's the way it works. So yeah, so my brother, why am I hitting myself? Well, maybe it's because Orca the killer whale is kneeling on my chest, you big fat tub of greasy pig snot. Wrong answer for the little brother. Because if you've been there before, you know what comes next. The dangling spit yo-yo. Ever get that? Oh, yeah. They should outlaw that in 42 states. See how close they can come to your eye. Why is that funny for 3.5 hours? I have no idea. My brother Larry used to think it was funny to eat a whole bag of Oreo cookies right before he would do that. Now it's like the La Brea tar pits. I told him, I said, you are mean and you are a bully. And if God is fair, you are older than me by 2 years, which means in theory, you should die before I do. So someday I will stand over your open coffin right in the middle of church. Why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting yourself? Why you kicking yourself? Your leg came off. I'm walking around with my brother's leg like Buford Pusser. My sister's 4 years older. I'm sure we have older sisters in here. Older sisters don't have to hit a little brother because we will do, stupidly, anything that an older sister says. My sister made me her involuntary taste tester of her Nazi lab experiments with the damn Susie Homemaker Easy Bake Oven. Any girls get that? Trying to bake cakes and pies with the heat from a 10-watt light bulb? Yeah, that'll be ready by Kwanzaa, I think. I don't even know when that is. Maybe Arbor Day, something. But I know I had to eat that little frosted hockey puck on a plate that comes out, a satanic communion wafer, burnt beyond recognition, little crispy piece of liquidless crust with chocolate goo on the top and a pink candle sticking out like a possum's pecker, lit for my birthday. I know happy birthdays, that ain't it. I'm sorry. Chuck E. Cheese is a happy birthday. McDonald's Playland is a happy birthday. Not this little dog biscuit nobody wants. And it's at that age a comedian has to start thinking and exercising the funny muscles. We can't use physical force, so we have to think outside the box a little bit. And I did. For my 8th birthday, I got the best birthday present a little brother or little sister could ever get. And it's a game called Battleship by Milton Bradley. Did you ever get that game, Battleship? They got a computer version of it now. I'm talking the old school Battleship, you know, one looks like a Polish laptop, you know what I'm saying? It's plastic, you don't plug it in, you gotta flip it up, and you got the boats and you got the pegs on it, am I right? Yeah, who did what I did to make the older kids mad? You didn't even put your boats on your side of the board at all. Anyone do that? That is the happiest half hour of a dysfunctional childhood. Sitting at the kitchen table for an hour and a half saying one word. What's the word? Miss. Exactly right. Because they're dumb. They'll chase every hole on that board. They got nothing else to do. J10 has got to be it. It's the last one. Miss. It's Gilligan's Island. They're lost at sea. 12 seconds later, I'm back on the floor again. Oh, not this again. You guys are a good audience, man. I was a little bit afraid, you guys. If I say anything to offend anybody, please come up to me after the show. I'll gladly repeat anything that I say. Is that cool? You doing okay? I think Rob asked for birthdays. We got some birthdays out there. My grandmother is going to turn 95 next Tuesday. How about that? Thank you. She can't hear you, but it's nice of you to clap. 95, that's old. I'm sorry. She's part of the greatest generation, and she's wonderful. She's very patriotic and loves America. I love America, too. Not like my grandma. She had an American eagle tattooed on her left breast for World War II. It's a pelican now. Perched on a bowling pin. She's 95. She got the 7-10 split going now. I think she could decorate her own cake. Don't groan at me. That's it. I'm kidding. She's dead. Are you happy? No, Grandma's doing okay. She said one thing, you get on that stage and you do what you do, whatever. I don't want you talking about people's church because they'll get mad at you. I don't ever want to do that. I've been a comedian for 30 years, coast to coast. I want to be polite, and sometimes people will come up and ask me to go to their church service with them. I try to be polite, so I'll do it. And a couple weeks ago, I was at a Catholic Mass. I am not Catholic. Do we have Catholics? Yeah, see, they never clap because they got both hands on their drink. That's what's going on right now. A little comedy communion going on. A Catholic priest will call it off like a drill sergeant, man. You can't nod off to sleep. You've been down in red meat at the Parkway Chateau tomorrow morning. Sit, stand, kneel, sit, stand, kneel. Stretch to the left, stretch to the right. Get your hamstring all loosened up. It's like kung fu for Jesus in there. Then they give you wine and cookies to cool off at the end. First you gotta shake hands with people you don't even know. Wish them peace. What is that? Pay the electric bill. This thing's been fucking around all night long. I'm sorry I said the F word. I apologize. I've been floozling around all night long. I grew up around bikers. I'm sorry about that. My grandma swore more than him. My 5'2". Anybody German here? Yeah, Germans are not known for their warmth and humor and hugs and laughter. And my grandma could outswear the bikers, man. The bikers said, "Excuse me, we're pillaging a village here. Could you watch your mouth, please?" She would carry her gun with her everywhere, including church. My grandparents were married for 57 years. I don't get some people here that have been married for a while. Yeah. Thank you for whistling. That's good. How long have you been married? So, that's okay. I know. People shut up and whistle and then duck. Now, the reason I'm saying, my grandpa told me 10 years is the magic. He would walk around with me when I was a kid. He said, you got a rough life ahead of you, kid, and I'm going to try to give you some wisdom while I can. And he said, but I might be dead by the time you have to pick a wife. And there are a lot of things, a lot of pretty girls out there, but you have to be very careful and think past just the prettiness to find one that you want to marry. Because you want to marry more than once. You want to marry the one and be lover all the time. And there's got to be a couple things. Now, the first thing I want you to do is got a girl you like, go over to her house and look at her mother. Does her mother have a big fat ass, about 450 pounds? That's how your wife's gonna look in about 20 years, so you better make sure you love her. Look around at the house. Is it filthy, dirty, look like a cow crapped in the corner? That's how your house is gonna look in 20 years, so you better make sure you love her. Lastly, I want you to find her old man. Is he drunk, pissed off, not having any fun? That's you in 20 years. So you got to make sure that you love her. My grandparents, they would fight. He said 10 years is the magic number. If you can make it in marriage to 10 years, you can make it a lifetime. You're going to be fighting the whole way through. Before 10 years, you're going to fight about big stuff. After 10 years, you're going to fight about little tiny stuff, but you can work it out. But if you make it to 10 years, and my grandparents made it to 57 years, so by the time I showed up, they were way past the big stuff. It was little tiny stuff. My grandmother would use my grandpa's old undershorts as a dust rag. Guy's been married long. You know, your underwear, you don't throw out on you. You got underwear that was when Herbert Hoover was in office. You got it in the drawer. The elastic blew out in about 1948. You got 602 pairs of them in there. My grandma would grab one and start wiping, polishing, cleaning, dusting. My grandpa would come home. That's when the argument would start. Hey, I wasn't done wearing those yet. So the next day, to make her mad, he'd have that particular pair back on. He'd walk around the house, he'd drop one, smell like somebody crapped a lemon tree in the living room. Is there an expiration date on that pledge? Learning about life, man. That's the way it is. I hope you